Dr. Kebadafe and Dr. Baji from Sweden, who brought me on board animal advocacy. Although they found me interested. For example, for the past 10, 15 years ago, I stopped slaughtering a goat or slaughtering a fowl for my dinner or for my food. I have stopped that. All because I have a deep feeling that when you are being slaughtered, how are you going to feel? Although Islamically, these things are given to us to feed on them. But I don't have the feeling to hurt any animal anymore. So you people who are being trained, the trainees, if you go out, you have to show this feeling yourself. Show this feeling to the people you are meeting. You need to respect them. You need to even worship animals and show them that they should do more than that. So that it's high time we respect them. In some other countries, it's a law. You don't just get up and kill an animal like that or hurt an animal. Sometimes when you sit abroad, in some countries, you hear a siren of an ambulance. Most of the time you think that it's a human being who is in the ambulance to be rushed to the hospital. Sometimes no, it may be a dog, a cat. Here, people will not be able to imagine that. You have to rush a cat, your sheep, or your goat to the hospital to be treated. They have great feelings, and most of whatever we do with them, we expect to find something ahead when we go to the other life. So I urge all of you that we purvey this knowledge, purvey it seriously to the people you're going to meet. I read from one white man when I was undergoing my course to become a qualified teacher in the college. Mr. Corvin, that time we were doing some psychology. During psychology lessons, he mentioned one advocate who passed away many years ago, whose name is Pablo. And he was saying that Pablo was somebody responsible of many animals. He went and taught the animals that he'll be ringing a bell during their food time. Ringing a bell when? And ringing this bell informs that they will understand this bell tells us to go to our dungeon and sleep. This other bell tells us to go and eat. Honestly, I will agree that some animals are even more intelligent than some human beings. We think it is the opposite. But there are some animals that are more important than some humans. Anyway, without taking too much of your time, once again, I thank everybody. I thank Dr. Dafe and Dr. Baji to bring me on board animal advocacy, and which I'm happy doing. So from today, you should know that the way I know it, that Jaliba is the goodwill ambassador for animal advocacy in the Gambia. Thank you.
But animal welfare should not only be enforced with rules, it must also be encouraged with incentives. Improvements in the animal welfare can come at a cost for people. And switching to many new practices implies investment and new competences. This should not turn into a disadvantage for people under those concerns. This will be on top of measures supported under the rural development. Therefore, for instance, payments can support people or farmers who provide open air access, better keeping conditions, nutrition, and improved care for their animals. However, some of the current commitments have been rather modest, and the direct effects on animal welfare has been uncertain. For example, by merely providing a small percentage additional space, I believe that more can be done. And over the years, there have been progressively raised awareness and promoted a common understanding on animal welfare with our trade partners. Finally, I should note that the development of better animal welfare standards will also depend on research and innovation. To conclude, I know that improving the welfare of animals brings many challenges. But if we overcome these challenges, we can achieve a win-win situation for all concerned. It can be a win-win for citizens who are more aware of farm animals, living conditions, and are demanding positive change. Responding to this message can also represent a win-win for our farmers. As animal welfare becomes a higher priority for citizens, it will bring higher consumer demand, which will in turn bring higher financial rewards for people. And as I have demonstrated, the cost of meeting this consumer demand can be strongly supported in the Animal Welfare Associates.
In our just concluded curriculum review of our animal production and management program of the School of Agriculture, animal welfare is now introduced as a course standing on its own. We all know that the importance of animals cannot be overemphasized in the food security of a nation and other benefits and advantages. But we need to understand there's a strong correlation between the welfare of the animals and their productivity. As we used to say, if you take care of your animal, the animal will take care of you. The animal, they are expected to be free from hunger and thirst. They are expected to be free from discomfort. They are expected to be free from pain, injuries, and diseases. They are also expected to express their natural behavior, and also they are expected to be free from fear and stress. If all these are achieved, through those of us that are here, I want to assure us and also the entire nation that we are going to make a tremendous progress in their productivity, which actually is going to add value to their performance.
With regards to the way they handle animals, isn't it? It's one of the things that you do. And in that, for SBCC, real SBCC, meaning talking to people and changing their behavior to really take place, you have to understand certain things. And more importantly, 4 of these things is a key human behavior. These are facts about human behavior. What the first one that we have given as an example. Who can volunteer to read? Point 1. You want to try? Acha.
People interpret and make meaning of information based on their own context.
Do you agree to that? People will interpret information based on the context they find themselves in. Huh? So it's saying the definition of SBCC is a systematic, application of interactive. It can be theory-based, but more importantly, research-driven. Communication processes, strategies to address change. That change is behavior change. At individual level, community level, or even societal level, isn't it? You want to change the behavior of individuals, you want to change the behaviors of communities, and you want to change the behavior of society itself, isn't it? There are bad behaviors that we see, and we want to change them, isn't it? And in changing those behaviors, sometimes you need to change an individual. But you don't only stop at an individual. The community itself, you want them to adopt those good behaviors. At a larger stage, you want the whole country to have those good behaviors, isn't it? There are examples of them. Look at waste management. For example, where we throw our waste, sometimes it's in the middle of the town, where we don't want it to be there.
My name is Dr. Keba Dape. I am the coordinator of WTS Vets United in West Africa. It's a Berlin registered animal welfare charitable foundation, and I am also the advisor to the Animal Welfare Advocates Association. I provide technical support to UTG and Gambia College in the area of animal welfare. The program today and that of yesterday is actually linked to a project we are implementing. It's a tripartite project between the Animal Welfare Advocates Association, the Veterinary Without Borders in Sweden, and Dr. Buba Baji, a Gambian resident in Sweden. The project is entitled Improving the Welfare of Farm Animals in the Gambia through Communication and Capacity Building. We have successfully implemented phase 1 of the project about 3-4 years ago. In phase 1, we have trained 225 animal welfare advocates on human behavior change communication. The training was conducted by the National Nutrition Agency because of their vast expertise in that area. Also in phase 1, we have actually done a lot of radio and community sensitization, including going around the country, meeting the farmers on the ground, as well as providing free treatment for animals. So yesterday was the launching of phase 2 of the project. The first activity in that phase 2 of the project is to train 60 animal welfare advocates on social behavior change communication, because we have seen the gains that we have made in phase 1. As a result of those gains, there are now a lot of animal welfare friendly schools across the country. Animal welfare friendly communities are also flourishing. We have sensitized religious leaders, headmasters, and other support groups so that we can really register the necessary change we deserve. So animal welfare is really moving in the right direction. Yesterday also we did another training. We trained musicians and poets on animal welfare because they want to include animal welfare messages in their poetry and in music. So it's a big move forward. As you have seen, the occasion was graced by Jaliba Piate, Honorable Jaliba Piate. He is the Animal Welfare Advocate Association's ambassador. So it was good we had him around. In this particular project, we are going to train the security personnel on animal welfare because we have seen the role of the police when it comes to ensuring that laws are complied with. So we are going to train the police, and the training will be more related to the laws of the Gambia that are pertaining to animal welfare. So it's a very important project. In the project, there will be as well sensitization of taxi drivers and other drivers in general, because there is a lot of vehicle accidents on our roads. The vehicle accidents are just too much, and we are going to do a lot of work in this area. Radio programs will happen as in the other project as well. So we believe strongly that this project will bring the right impetus we need to move animal welfare forward. Animal welfare in the Gambia is moving in the right direction, thanks to a project that came here in the country in 2016 by the Germans. We call it Vets United project. In the Vets United project, we build capacities in the area of animal welfare. That was the project that actually helped in introducing animal welfare in both UTG and Gambia College. As a result of that project, 1,000 students across the country, now they are no longer students, 1,000 people have been trained, and these people are across the Gambia and then implementing what they have learned. Our advocates are members of, are part of those people trained by Vets United. So the Animal Welfare Advocates Association is moving in the right direction with support from the Gambia Horse and Donkey Trust, because it is the Horse and Donkey Trust that is providing the facilities at Makasutu at our disposal for the practical aspect of the training. We train not only in advocacy and sensitization, no, we train them on practical, how to cure animals, how to treat sick animals. But we have come to the realization that the treatment of animals cannot solve our problem. Our problem has to be solved by talking to the farmers to avoid the problems that will lead them to come to us. If we work in that area, improve in that area, we will have less treatments to do. So that is why we are focusing on prevention rather than cure. That's the old adage, prevention is better than cure. So we are going to really keep working hard. We thank the Veterinary Without Borders of Sweden and Dr. Buba Baji, a Gambian based in Sweden, for actually being the sponsors of this project, both phase 1 and phase 2. I'm also going to say thank you very much to our media partners. The media partner is doing very well for covering the whole program, and definitely we thank the participants, everybody who have contributed in one way or the other to this program. Thank you very much.